Hello, welcome to Industry Reactions. Industry Reactions is a weekly briefing on industry events, changes, and future trends that impact your business. We're your hosts, Rick Honer and Jeff Martin from ChemPoint. You can find Industry Reactions on YouTube, LinkedIn, and as a podcast. For those watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and smash that like button. We plan on discussing issues that impact the global industry and help you uncover new opportunities. We hope this will provide market intelligence that will keep you ahead of changing conditions.
The U.S. chemical industry is expected to recover in 2021, with industry revenues expected to grow about 8%, following an estimated 9% decline in 2020, according to a new Deloitte study. The industry's operating income is also likely to increase close to 17% in 2021, after an expected 14% decline this year. A survey found that 96% of chemical executives expect their industry to experience a recovery in 2021. This recovery is expected to be stronger for those chemical companies that focus on specialty products and solutions. Even as 2021 industry revenues will likely still be below 2019 levels by about 2%, this recovery in the broad U.S. economy in 2021, along with low inventories, could bode well for the industry's growth and profitability. Furthermore, China's rebound as the primary international growth market for many U.S. chemical companies could be another significant tailwind for the U.S. industry. There are already signs of a strong industrial demand uptick in China, with significantly improved business expectations. Again, 64% of chemical executives surveyed in the Deloitte post-election poll indicated that advanced chemicals and materials for construction applications will likely drive most of the industry's growth in 2021.
Yeah, it's really good to hear that the industry's finally seeing some sort of comeback.
There's a lot of good news on the horizon, hopefully.
All right, in further economic news, another leading indicator is that the U.S. rig count jumped by double digits as investor optimism over the coronavirus vaccine pushed crude prices above $50 a barrel on Thursday for the first time since March. Energy companies operated 338 oil and natural gas rigs nationally, an increase of 15 from the previous week, according to Houston oil field services firm Baker Hughes.
Yeah, you can see that there was a huge dip there at the end this past year, and he keeps every week. It seems like that adds a few more rigs come back online.
Climb back, we need it.
New product introductions and company announcements. A number of companies this past week declared force majeures. Eneos Oxide and Eneos subsidiary has declared a force majeure on supplies ethylene oxide from its plant in Germany. It was extended to other parts of the site, including the ethylene glycol plant. Customers have been allocated 50% of their contractual ethylene glycol volumes for December and January delivery. Additionally, BASF also declared a force majeure on supply of its N-butanol and N-butyl acrylate after hitting unspecified technical problems at its plant in Germany as well. That force majeure will remain in place until further notice from the executives.
And that's going to have a giant ripple effect. Those are some pretty widely used raw materials across our industry.
Right, and a lot of the economic reports are saying that inventories are extremely low all across Europe. So just kind of keeps rippling across you're right.
In another news, Univar announced the expansion of its distribution agreement with Solvay Group's Novacare Coatings and Industrial Process Solutions business units for the distribution of coatings products in the United States and industrial products in the United States and Canada. Being the only national distributor for Solvay in the coatings and industrial market, Univar will utilize its reach, technical expertise, and knowledge to broaden the presence of Solvay products across the United States and Canada. Novacare coatings chemistries have a widespread utility in paints, adhesives, inks, waterborne, and architectural coatings.
Great to hear one more product line there. Cargill scales up European plant-based portfolio with a pea protein addition. So Cargill is expanding its European lineup of plant-based solutions to include pea protein varieties. And this is beyond an active market for these products in North America, Asia, and South America. Cargill's pea protein which includes Radia Pure and Purus, are designed to meet the functional and sensory challenges in alternative emerging applications. Pea proteins can be combined with other plant-based proteins like wheat, rice, and potentially allowing for an allergen-free labeling while delivering complete protein profile.
Interesting. Pea protein, you hear it about just about every week. Somebody's trying to expand and build there.
That's right.
All right. In further news, AGILIX and ExxonMobil have created a joint venture that will recover and sort waste plastic, the chemical recycling company said on Friday. The joint venture, called AGILIX International, will develop ways to aggregate and process waste plastics, preparing them for recycling. Under an agreement signed by the two companies, ExxonMobil will invest $8 million for a 25% stake in AGILIX, AGILIX said. In return, ExxonMobil will get prioritized access to plastic waste for recycling projects that it is developing, AGILIX said. ExxonMobil will also get access to AGILIX's artificial intelligence platform. The two companies will work together to develop more technologies and techniques. And that's really good to see. You know, just about anywhere you can see some sort of sustainability and recycling, I'm in favor of.
Yeah, the interesting thing, this is probably the second or third news item in the past several weeks of plastic recycling from different companies. So that's great news. Also, in more food ingredients news, Plant & Bean, a developer and manufacturer of plant-based food products, is set to open Europe's largest plant-based meat production facility in England. And there's another similar large-scale facility already planned for the US next year and one for Asia in 2022. The factory comes amid a boom in plant-based demand, one of the fastest growing categories as we head into next year. That will provide the faux meat industry with the scale to narrow the price and quality gap with conventional meat products, according to the chief executive officer from Plant & Bean.
All right. So DuPont Nutrition and Biosciences has launched Power Fresh Special and Power Soft Cake 8010 in Japan. Its latest enzyme range for sweet baked goods. The line of DuPont Danisco enzymes offers industrial bakeries an outstanding anti-staling solution that provides a unique texture, premium softness, and longer-lasting freshness to cakes, breads, sweet rolls, and buns while maintaining their shape, the company asserts. The enzymes provide a long shelf life and higher resiliency while providing bakeries a solution that can be applied in various recipes with superior sugar tolerance without influencing the overall production process. I can tell you that shelf life is not a problem for sweets in our house. That stuff gets eaten as soon as the package is open.
I was going to say that's a pretty sweet news source, but yeah, we have the same issue here in our house as well. Stuff doesn't stick around long here.
No, and it's good timing. All the sweets.
Yeah. All right, now some M&A highlights from this week. China is exploring a way to combine two of its biggest industrial chemical companies without running afoul of pledges it made to the U.S. in 2016 during the $43 billion takeover of seed company Syngenta. The state-owned China National Chemical Corp, also known as ChemChina, may be placed under a new holding company altogether with Sinochem Group Company, according to people familiar with the matter. The new company would be overseen by the State-Owned Asset Supervision and Administration Commission, or SASAC, the Chinese body that holds state enterprises. A combination would create the world's largest chemical conglomerate with the equivalent of more than $160 billion in annual revenue. It's quite the conglomerate they're putting together there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's supposed to help from keeping run afoul of pledges, make a giant, an even more giant. Interesting move.
Yeah.
It's like reverse psychology.
It's too big to fail, maybe. That's
all right. Huntsman Corp announced its agreement to acquire Gabriel Performance Products, a North American specialty chemical manufacturer of specialty additives and epoxy curing agents for the coatings, adhesives, and sealants and composites and end markets, from funds owned by Audax Private Equity. Under terms of the agreement, Huntsman will pay $250 million, subject to customary closing adjustments, in an all-cash transaction funded from available liquidity. Gabriel had 2019 revenues of approximately $106 million, with 3 manufacturing facilities facilities located in Ashtabula, Ohio, Harrison City, Pennsylvania, and Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Last up, Arkema acquired the Colorado Photopolymer Solutions Company, which develops, markets a range of formulated photopolymer resins offering energy curing technology, especially for use in 3D printing markets. Their Colorado Photopolymer Solutions expertise in formulation, material design will reportedly enable Arkema's Sartomer, maker of photocure resins and photoinitiators, to further support its customers and partners. The acquisition will foster the development of customized formulated adhesives, additive manufacturing, offering to accelerate the design of turnkey products for the 3D market.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard, when 3D printing started, it was a pretty big deal, but I haven't heard a lot of advancements in the field since then. So this is the first in a while.
Yeah, it's interesting. All these additive manufacturing technologies, you're right, there's been a lot of hype for years. You just don't see a lot of applications coming on market yet.
Yeah, not until I need to 3D print my furniture.
Yep.
All right. So that's it for this week's edition of Industry Reactions. We'll return next week with a fresh batch of Industry Reactions. Stay safe and stay sane. Happy holidays.
Thanks.